All right, everyone, it's time for the occult video number 432, the sinister current, the dominant frequency. This is a theory within sonic magic. I wrote a book on this many, many years ago. It's a fascinating subject. It ties in with linguistics and many other things, even medicine. Sonic power is used for all manner of purposes. For example, sonic blast can be used to destroy kidney stones, so that's medicine. Nikola Tesla used sonic power in order to cause structures to vibrate to the point where they could actually collapse. If you have enough electricity behind it, this is actually physically possible. Try taking a subwoofer test with a bass pulse speaker system. This is not exactly the most high-end system you can use, although they're really good. By the way, I'll vouch for bass pulse. Do a subwoofer test, proper one, and you will feel the vibration. You can feel something. It's an energy. Energy and magic are directly intertwined. The sinister current is the concept behind the term sinistra. It means left hand. It means the left-hand path. This is the more active side of the occult. This goes into I mean, you could go down this rabbit hole for hours if you wanted to, probably longer than that. The idea of the left-hand path is the short path to power and to, the things that you want to achieve. The right-hand path is more standard religion. It's just ritualism, stuff like that. And so there are various competing theories behind this too. I happen to have my own opinions. I won't get into them now. I'll have to get to those in another video, I suppose. The idea, though, is that anger is an energy, sadness is an energy, happiness is an energy. All of these things have an energetic value. They're expressions that require energy in order to exist at all. And so sonic magic can be adapted for multiple reasons. For example, part of it's the commercial side. We'll get to that first. I've often said, sometimes people make like music videos and have like a spinning pentagram in the background and upside down crosses and stuff like that. And they'll be, laughing about Jesus or something like that. This is to piss people off, to create energy, but only for the purposes of commercialism. This is not actual occultism. That's to sell a product. Look at the Beatles, for example. When John Lennon compared the Beatles to Jesus Christ, that didn't go over well for a lot of people. And all of a sudden, people were taking their albums, piling them in the street, and burning them. All this did was get them more attention. It was probably on purpose. It's probably John Lennon's idea of a joke, actually, at the time. Just pretty funny, because people were buying the albums just to burn them, but they're still buying the albums, so the band is still getting their cut, which was probably a bigger cut than they get today. These days, artists, 1 million sales online. Man, I got 10 cents. Man, oh, I wish I could buy a candy bar. It's pretty sick when you think about it. The dominant frequency is the concept that if power is put behind music, specifically, or in sonic ritual of some form, if power is put behind it, a command is effectively given. This alters people's psychological state. It's a form of human communication. Humans originally were mostly gestural. This is why we have a few hundred years ago. We're not even talking ancient history. We're talking fairly recent history. Most people were illiterate. They could speak, but they couldn't really read or anything like that. And so symbolism became important. This is where sloganeering comes from, by the way. You recognize corporate logos for a reason. That's because it's similar to if you went to a barber shop, and they still do this, you'd have the pole with the toothpaste looking stripes on it. That was to let you know, here's the barber. Originally, they were also apothecarians and occultists, by the way. If you see a sign on the front of some, store, and it shows a beef joint, that's probably the butcher, or a picture of a pig or something like that, and so on and so on forth. So it was mostly gestural. That's why people gesture. This has power too. Believe it or not, the way in which you carry your body also has power as well within a communicative fashion. Contraposition, for example, the opposition of the limbs and so forth, is considered aesthetic. There's a reason for that. Within human language, though, and music is a big part of it, this becomes ritualistic as well. A rock concert is literally nothing more than a magical ritual when you think about it. A bunch of people get together, generating a huge amount of enthusiasm and energy, and that energy is then expended. It's an energy. Yeah, anger is an energy, says Johnny Rotten. He's fundamentally correct when he says that. Public Limited, by the way. Excellent song. Anger is an energy, my friend. The dominant frequency is the idea that it is possible to control people's minds through the usage of music. It's a form of sonic magic. It's a more obscure theory that has been posited at times, especially in the 1980s, by certain Gothic groups, actually, and by people that were associated with psychological operations. Fascinating subject when you really think about it. Again, I've written on this subject, and I do understand it fully. I don't agree with all of its precepts, and certainly I do not agree with its usage for any negative purpose. I believe that it should be used to edify people, liberate them, create freedom, and so forth, because that's what I stand for. But it is a real thing. People are heavily affected by sonic magic. I mean, look at the way in which music affects people. It doesn't matter if it's the most vapid, stupid pop song or a rap song, something that may or may not be talented. It sort of depends on who's making it. Doesn't really matter. It affects a person's mood. It changes their emotions. When the people don't actually consciously realize that this is happening. Sad song, happy song, vengeful song, angry song, and so on forth. They don't even understand that their emotions are really being changed. Their emotions are aligning with the music, but it's amplifying them in a big way. So you're sad. You listen to the sad song, you start crying. You're happy. You listen to that hippie trippy like Mobius Trip by H.P. Lovecraft. By the way, great, great psychedelic song from the 60s. If you plug that into your earphones, that'll vibrate your brain quite literally. I don't know exactly how they did this, but yeah, whatever. Happy song, happy music. It amplifies it. It makes you even happier. Vengeful song. So you're already feeling vengeful. You're already feeling angry at the world, at some sort of situation, something like that. And then the vengeful song, maybe Careless Rex by Sabaton or something like that. And it makes you feel empowered. This affects your emotions. Most people do this passively. They understand that there's an emotional effect, but they don't really consciously, they don't think about it. They don't analytically comprehend that there's been such an effect. Fascinating subject. Ties in with linguistics. Lyrics matter as well. The sonic energy, though, that is involved with the dominant frequency, the sinister current, is strictly occult. And this can only be utilized by people who understand that they're trying to change people's emotions. Hopefully, they're using it for good. Some of them do not. That's about all. Peace out.